Heath Ledger, apparently, since he was a teenager, he had problems falling asleep, so he would take the barbiturates. And this is again goes back to our early discussion, because when you start taking barbiturates, for example, you take one tablet, for example, and you fall asleep, but eventually one tablet is not sufficient because you gain tolerance. And so maybe you take two tablets, and then maybe you take a different medication, a different barbiturate along with your original one. So in Heath Ledger's case, by the time he died, he was taking like 4 or 5 different barbiturates and tranquilizers. And so even though they were all in the therapeutic range, but as I mentioned, that's called polypharmacy, where you're taking several drugs that have the same therapeutic effect, but when combined, your effect becomes in the toxic range. And so in his case, for example, he one morning his housekeeper went to his room and went basically to the bathroom to change the light bulbs, found him sleeping and snoring on the bed. And 2 hours later, his massage therapist came in, and set up a table. And when she tried to wake him up, she couldn't wake him up. So during those 2 hours between the housekeeper and the massage therapist, that's when he actually died. And eventually the autopsy indicated that he had these various pharmaceuticals that, even though they were in the therapeutic range, the combined effect of polypharmacy caused him respiratory depression, and he died. So it's a kind of the problem for me as a scientist is that we are talking about adults here who have been taking these pharmaceuticals, who should know better, not only in terms of what they're doing, but why they're doing it, and the effect that, in this case, polypharmacy can possibly have.